Hello, everyone. This is Kaizen Base. Today we will learn about flow of Kaizen activities with the utilization of IE.
There is also a basic flow when proceeding with Kaizen utilizing IE. This time, we will learn about the basic flow of Kaizen activities with the utilization of IE and the examples of applying the IE method to each improvement theme.
So, let's get started with the lecture.
Well, Mio, we have learned the overall picture of IE techniques the other day. Let's have a brief review.
Okay, I see.
So first, what are the techniques related to method study?
There are 3 techniques: process analysis, motion study and transportation analysis, which means material handling.
That's right. Well, what are the techniques related to work measurement then?
There are 2 techniques: time study and operation analysis.
So what are the important perspectives in time study?
There are perspective of standard time, rating and PTS method.
What are the 3 methods about operation analysis?
They are continuous observation method, work sampling method and self-time study method.
Oh, well done. You have remembered perfectly.
Yes, I have done a thorough revision.
You are very diligent. So this time, let's check the flow of Kaizen activities with the utilization of IE. Each technique of IE is not used independently. In the process of improvement, it is similar to the elements that constitute a part of it. Therefore, let's keep in mind the flow of improvement and the timing of utilizing the IE method.
Okay, I see.
Well, first let's take a look at the rough steps of improvement. Firstly, selection of improvement targets will be conducted. Secondly, analysis of the current status will be performed. When performing the analysis of the current status, the work or the duties will be analyzed to stratify and narrow down the problems. Thirdly, the true cause of the problem which has been narrowed down will be identified. Improvement plans will be considered and implemented for the true cause identified. The above is the rough flow of improvement. Now, let's take a look at the analysis technique to be utilized in each step in the perspective of consideration from the 3 axes of time, motion, operator and machine, and process of this flow. First, it is convenient to utilize P-Q analysis, ABC analysis when selecting the targets of improvement. Time study, operation analysis, rating, PTS method, standard time, motion study, principles of motion economy, etc. are effective from the perspective of time motion of the current status analysis. Multiple activity analysis and line balance analysis are effective from the perspective of operator and machine. Process analysis, line balance analysis, plant layout and transportation analysis, which means material handling, are effective from the perspective of process. YY analysis will be utilized for the identification of the true cause. Let's consider and implement improvement plans with utilizing various methods for improvement consideration such as ECRS principles, 6W2H, brainstorming through trial and error. We will check various improvement methods in detail in the second half of the lecture. Here, let's take a look at the details about P-Q analysis, which is ABC analysis.
Is P-Q analysis, ABC analysis, similar to 80-20 rule or Pareto principle?
Yes. It can be considered that they are basically the same. Now that we have mentioned these terms, let's check what they are in detail. 80-20 rule, which is also called Pareto principle, refers to the rule of thumb that 80% of the total result from the top 20%. 20% of the causes for the troubles in work are responsible for 80% of the total problem. So putting it the other way around, 80% of problems will be solved by eliminating the top 20% of all causes. In order to maximize the effective use of time resources, it is important to focus on those factors that have a large impact in the improvement activities. 20-80 rule also applies to some other patterns. 80% of sales come from the top 20% of all customers. 80% of sales come from the 20% of all products. 80% of work results are produced in 20% of the total time spent. 80% of failures are due to 20% of the total parts. And it is P-Q analysis that exactly makes use of this 20-80 rule. P-Q analysis refers to the graph for comparing items in descending order of quantity, with product on the horizontal axis and production volume and quantity on the vertical axis. It is used for clarifying the items that have a large impact on the whole and identifying targets that should be focused on to obtain clues for plant layout. If the target is decided without planning, one with a smaller impact may be selected and will be difficult to obtain the result.
It is important to take priority-oriented approach by utilizing P-Q analysis.
Let's keep in mind applying ABC analysis in addition to P-Q analysis helps clarify the target. A, B, C refer to rank. A rank refers to high-ranking product family with high importance. In most cases, the products of A rank generally ranging about from 0 to 80%. Although the number of varieties in A rank is small, they account for a large proportion and have a large impact on the whole. Therefore, they are the targets of the highest priority to be worked on when performing improvement. B rank refers to the product family with medium importance ranging from 81 to 95%. Although the proportion of B rank is not as large as A rank, as the impact on the whole is not small, the products of B rank will be the targets to be worked on after A rank. The last is C rank ranging from 96 to 100%. As the effect of C rank on the whole is small, basically the measures should be postponed. If the products of C rank are selected as the target without considering the degree of impact when performing improvements, the resulting effect will be diminished. Let's proceed with a clear separation. A rank should be chosen first, then B rank and C rank should be excluded.
P-Q analysis and ABC analysis are very common approaches which focus on high-priority items, aren't they? However, what surprised me is that it has not been able to proceed with the clarification with numbers.
That's right. If we decide the high-impact products based on our feelings, the priority will tend to be lower than expected in terms of numbers.
Just because it is the first step, we have to do it without skipping.
Finally, let's check a reference table of IE techniques for each improvement theme. The details have to be omitted, but you can see that various IE techniques can be used in many different improvement themes.
It really helps for understanding. When I feel confused, I will choose the technique to use while taking a reference of this table. Now, we make a summary of today's lecture. The rough steps of improvement with utilizing IE are selection of improvement targets, analysis of the current status, identification of the true cause, and consideration and implementation of improvement. P-Q analysis, the ABC analysis, is effective for the selection of improvement targets. Time study, operation analysis, rating, PTS method standard time, motion study, principles of motion economy, etc. are effective from the perspective of time motion of the current status analysis. Multiple activity analysis and line balance analysis are effective from the perspective of operator and machine. Process analysis, line balance analysis, plant layout and transportation analysis, which means material handling, are effective from the perspective of process. YY analysis will be utilized for the identification of the true cause. Improvement plans should be considered and implemented with utilizing various methods for improvement considerations such as ECRS principles, 6W2H, brainstorming through trial and error. That's all about today's lecture. So, see you at the next theme.